In this video, we will be evaluating some new points that you might not be familiar with in this equation, which is f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x minus 1. And we are going to evaluate this at the following points: f of x minus 2, f of x divided by 2, and f of x plus a. So, again, I apologize about how the camera is moving. This is being done in a slightly different format. So, first we need to evaluate a f of x minus 2. So, we are just going to plug x minus 2 everywhere that we see x. So, 2x squared will become 2x minus 2 squared. 3x will become 3x minus 2. And minus 1 doesn't have an x, so there's nowhere to put x minus 2 there, so we won't do anything. And now we just need to FOIL. So the x minus 2 squared turns into x squared minus 4x plus 4. And then we multiply out the 3, so it becomes 3x minus 6, because 3 times negative 2 is minus 6. And then we just leave the negative 1 at the end. And we aren't simplifying yet, we're just taking these the exponents and the things that will be, the coefficients that will be multiplied through in the parentheses. That's all that we're doing right now. So now, if you will take a look here, there's still a 2 which needs to be multiplied through. Everything else has been simplified. So we will do that. 2x squared minus 8x plus 8. And then we just leave the rest the same. So plus 3x minus 6 minus 1. And then we just simplify everything. So there's a plus 8, a minus 6, and a minus 1. That becomes plus 1 at the end. There's 2x squared. There's no other x squared, so that just stays 2x squared. There's a minus 8x and a plus 3x, so that becomes minus 5x. And now we have simplified the entire equation. So that's the answer to that one. The next one, f of x divided by 2. So again, it's the exact same equation that we're doing. So 2x squared plus 3x minus 1. Down here, we just replace every instance of x with x divided by 2. So here it becomes 2 times x divided by 2 squared plus 3 times x divided by 2, and then minus 1. And there was no x that we had to replace there. So now we square x squared, which becomes 2x squared divided by 4. We just squared the x and squared the 2. Plus 3x divided by 2. That's just us multiplying the 3 through. And then we leave minus 1. Here we multiply the 2 through. So it's basically 2 over 1 times x squared divided by 4. So that becomes 2x squared divided by 4, because 4 times 1 is 4. And then 3x divided by 2 didn't change, and minus 1 did not change. And now we need, I noticed that there's a 2 over 4 that's happening here. So we can actually remove both of those and divide through. So 2x squared divided by 4 ends up actually being x squared divided by 2. And then we just leave the rest the same. There's nothing else we can do there. Plus 3x divided by 2 and minus 1. And lastly, we find a common denominator. So x squared plus 3x minus 2 all divided by 2. That's our final answer there. And lastly, this one looks very messy, but it's the exact same principles. F of x plus a. So again, original equation, 2x squared plus 3x minus 1. Every single time that we see x, we are going to put x plus a there. So 2x plus a squared plus 3x plus a minus 1. Here, we are going to FOIL, so x squared, and then this, I did a little bit of hand waving here, but it is, so you would think of this as x plus a, so it's x times x is x squared, and x times a would be xa, and a times x is what would happen next in FOIL, so it's 2ax. I did a little bit of a hand wave there, and if you can't follow that logic, then just think about it, FOIL it out. Do x plus a times x plus a, and just try to multiply that out. So you'll end up with x squared plus 2ax plus a squared, which is the last portion of that. And then I just multiply the 3 out, so it's 3x plus 3a minus 1. Multiply the 2 out, becomes 2x squared plus 4ax plus 2a squared. Again, just multiplying that through. Plus 3x plus 3a minus 1, left all the same. And then finally I just reorganized so that our squareds were at the beginning. The ax, because it has two variables, is in front of all of the single variables, and then the constants at the end. So this last step I don't believe is needed, but so this answer would be accepted right here. But this just makes it look a little bit nicer. And that is all.